Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I kind of just want to sit here and kind of chit chat with you guys, and I'm just going to be doing pretty much like a roundup of my fragrances that I have that were released in 2021, kind of giving my thoughts about them. We are in the last month of the year, so even though I have been seeing so many new releases now in December, so I'm pretty sure that there's a few more that I'm going to pick up before the year is over. But I'm just going to be talking about the releases in 2021 and giving you my thoughts on them. Before I get started, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on fragrance, beauty, self-care, and body care. If you like that type of content, then please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate all of the love and the support. With that said, let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so I have quite a few fragrances here. I don't think that I'm gonna have enough time to get into the notes and everything like that, but we're just gonna kind of have like a quick little chit chat, just talking about the fragrances that I picked up that were released in the year 2021. So the first one, I'm just gonna reach for them here. The first one that I have here is Valentino Dona Born in Roma Dream. And here is the bottle. Gorgeous, gorgeous bottle. This bottle right here, to me, this fragrance is sexy. This fragrance is not for everybody. This is a very musky fragrance with citrusy, bright notes along with, I believe it's rose, but I always felt like they also have bourbon vanilla in this fragrance, because this reminds me a lot of the original Dona Born in Roma that comes in the pink bottle. You guys know that I cannot do that fragrance, and I think that the scent is beautiful on that fragrance. I really love the perfume, like the scent, the smell of the fragrance, but the pink pepper in that fragrance kills it for me. It just makes me itch. It makes my throat kind of burn. It just, the feeling that I get with it is just not pleasant at all. So when they released this fragrance, I was very excited for it. And I can say that even though this has more of like that lemon touch to it, the scent itself reminds me so much of the original Dona Born in Roma without that pink pepper. So this really just makes me love this fragrance, but this type of fragrance is not a fragrance that I overspray or anything like that, because it is a very potent fragrance. I feel like this is very sexy in a way, even though it's bright and citrusy, but the mix of the rose and the musk and the lemon, and there has to be bourbon vanilla in here or something that's in the original Born in Roma, but it just gives this very sexy but bright type of fragrance. It's just, it reminds me just of a grown woman. Like, I don't see someone in their teens reaching for a fragrance like this for the most part. So yeah, really nice fragrance, and I really enjoy this one. So up next, this fragrance just has really nice memories for me. It just reminds me of when I first started this channel. It was one of the fragrances that I did like a dedicated review on, and it was launched in 2021, and this is Versace Dylan Turquoise. And this is, I mean, this bottle is just so beautiful, and I used this fragrance for like 4 months straight. I just couldn't get enough of it, and it's still, I mean, if I flip it over, there's a bit of a dent in it, but there's still so much left in here. This fragrance, I actually prefer this one over the original Dylan. I know I'm usually the opposite of what the popular opinion is, because I know that people actually prefer Dylan over this one. I think Dylan is a really nice shampoo-y fragrance. It has that really nice apple note in it, but there's something about that one that I can't put too much of that fragrance, because I will feel a little bit like sick to my stomach. But this one is just fresh. It has a beautiful guava note in here. You guys know that I love guava. And then it has lemon in it. So I know that a lot of people pick up a lot of the lemon and that's what they don't like. But for me, the guava actually lasts a pretty long time. Oh, I just cannot wait for spring and summer to come around because this fragrance here in Puerto Rico is beautiful. So I know that I have a few of you guys that live in Puerto Rico or you live in places with hot climate, and this is a very, very nice fragrance for that type of humid, hot weather. Oh, it's so good. It's sweet, but then it's citrusy and bright at the same time. And it just makes me think of like, not the beach, but just like summer days in the sun. I don't know, it just makes me think of summer and water. So not necessarily the beach, not the sand, but just kind of like the ocean, like that breeze that you get when you're in the ocean. I feel like that just makes me think of that. So love this one. Next is another one that released around the same time and I was instantly in love. And again, this one is not one that got too many great reviews. It was either people were loving it or absolutely hating it. And this is by Lancome and this is La Vie Belle Soleil Cristal. This bottle is another gorgeous, like iridescent bottle with a really cute ribbon on it. I absolutely adore this set. And this one, I pick up a lot of the orange blossom in this one. So this one is more focused around coconut, vanilla, but for some reason, the orange blossom just jumps out at me and it is just a gorgeous scent. Today I'm actually picking up on the coconut. This is another one that I haven't worn in a while. Ugh, there goes the orange blossom. Is kind of like it just opens up and it is just the star of the show on my skin, and when I smell it, it is beautiful. It lasts a pretty long time on me. It's sweet. It is pretty thick, so if you don't like thick fragrances, you're probably not going to like this one. I just find it so beautiful. And the coconut, it's not obnoxious in here. It just gives it like a smooth, creamy feeling along with the orange blossom. So it is just gorgeous. The same orange blossom that you get in Elis Girl of Now is the orange blossom that I pick up in this fragrance. And that's probably why I love it so much. Beautiful, beautiful scent that you can wear year round. I wouldn't really wear this one in winter because it just gives more of like beachy vibes, but you can definitely get away with it in spring, summer, and maybe even beginning of fall. Really, really pretty fragrance. Up next, we have Dolce & Gabbana Dolce Rose. This one is another one that I have given so much love. You can see the dent that it has going on. This one is so beautiful, and when it was released, I thought that it was going to be just a rose fragrance, so I was a little bit scared because they did come out with one called Rose Excelsa, and I'm decluttering that one because I just can't get on board with that one. But this one, the note that I pick up the most in this fragrance is actually the apple note. So if you like apple, this one is not, you know, don't get scared by the name and think that this is going to be a straight up rose fragrance. I get so much apple in this one, and I also get peach. I think this one has peach as well. Yeah, this one has peach, and today I am really picking up on that peach. So I think my nose is just, maybe my nose changed a little bit because I'm picking up different notes in these fragrances, but I totally recommend this one. It's like a dewy, wet, perfect for like springtime type of fragrance. Very feminine, very flirty. Apple, peach with a hint of rose in the background, but the rose is not obnoxious. It's not out there. It's not vintage or old-fashioned or anything like that. It's a very modern, very pretty, and for some reason I just want to say dewy, like just a juicy type of fragrance. Really, really nice fragrance. Up next, we have Kayali's Utopia. This one, I kind of had an interesting relationship with this fragrance. When I reviewed it, I liked it, but you can tell that I wasn't like over the moon in love with it. But I let it sit in my collection for maybe like a month or two. And then I layered it with Bath and Body Works Coconut Body Cream. And oh my God, it is amazing. And my husband loved it. He complimented me on it. It lasted a pretty good amount of time on me. And it just, I feel like Kayali's fragrances need a little bit of time to sit in your collection. I don't know what it is about them, but they get better with time. And this one is just a beautiful, to me, this is a tuberose with coconut and very like tropical flowers. So I believe it's frangipani or ylang ylang. But you get that, you definitely get that. And it's very creamy, it's very like smooth, but then you get the floral and the coconut, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And I don't necessarily think of the beach or anything with this one. It's more of, it's beachy, but for some reason, and I think I said this in my review with this one, but it just makes me think of beachy, but in the evening time. It's so nice. I really, really like this one, and layered with that coconut body cream, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Another Kayali fragrance that was released in 2021 is Invite Only. And this one, as you guys can see, I still have the little travel size, and I never bought the full size. And the reason for that is because although I really like this fragrance and I feel like it was well done, the notes in here kind of like, it's a very strong fragrance. I get the oud in here, but it's not a super strong oud either. I get like, I believe it's cherry and a little bit of rose. I believe tobacco is in here as well. That's kind of what I'm picking up right now. The only reason why I did not buy a full size of this fragrance is because I just don't feel like it goes with where I live. It's always humid, it's pretty warm all the time. And although I love this, I feel like it would be a little bit suffocating here where I live. So I just never got the full size because I knew that I wasn't going to give it too much use. But it's a beautiful, stunning fragrance. And if you live somewhere in with cold weather, I would definitely have a full size of this. I feel like it's very sexy. It's a very like seductive type of fragrance. Yeah. If I live somewhere colder, I would definitely get the full size, but for right now, I think that this is more than enough for me. I need to wear this maybe in these upcoming days because it's been way cooler with more breeze, and it gets very cold where my dad lives in the mountains here. So that's probably where I need to play around with this one to see how it reacts with that type of weather. All right, up next we have Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. This one I have the 0.84 fluid ounce bottle. I'm not going to repurchase it once this runs out. It's just not the type of fragrance where it blew me away. It's really nice, and I like the interpretation of this for light blue. I get tuberose, I get like a candy vibe from this fragrance. It's actually really, really nice. Now that I sprayed it, it's really nice. Think of light blue with white florals added to it and like this candy-like note. And I think it's the tuberose maybe giving it like a bubblegum type of note or a chord. It is nice. It's really pretty. So I haven't worn this one in a while, but as you can see, there's a little bit of a dent in this one. But yeah, really, really nice flanker for light blue. And pretty different from all the other flankers because this one is, first of all, it's an eau de parfum, so it's going to last longer, and it feels a little bit denser compared to the other ones, which are more transparent, more airy. This one packs a bigger punch than the other ones. So yeah, really, really nice. Up next, I have Juliette Has A Gun Pear Inc. This fragrance right here, my husband loves it. I absolutely love when I spray this fragrance, but I am one of the unlucky ones, and I think of Terra Michelle here on YouTube, Opinionated Sense. She actually wears this one and it lasts a long time on her. So you are so lucky, because I wish that this lasted a long time on me. I spray it and I get the most beautiful pear fragrance. It's just very like musky. But then maybe like an hour or two later, I can't smell it on myself. I don't know if it's, I believe this has ambroxan. And I feel like I am one of those people that I kind of get like nose blind to that. I would definitely recommend that if you can get a sample of this one before you purchase it, definitely that would be the way to go, because this can either last really long on you and it can project and it could be beautiful, or it could be like me. I literally sprayed myself the other day twice. So when I first put it on and then I came back like maybe an hour later, sprayed myself everywhere all over again. And my husband was sitting a few feet away from me and he complimented me. He said, wow, that smells really good. But that was it, because for the rest of the day I couldn't really smell it on myself. So, but it's such a pretty scent. It's very sweet pear. It's kind of like the same pear that is in Ariana Grande's God Is a Woman. It reminds me a lot of that, but it just doesn't last that long on me. So that is the only drawback with this fragrance. But on some people, it does last. Up next, I have Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Intense. Beautiful, gorgeous bottle. And this fragrance right here is like strawberries and champagne. That is the description that goes with this fragrance. That's the vibe that you get. It's like a very fizzy, champagne, bubbly type of feeling to it, along with that strawberry. It's pretty similar to the original Marc Jacobs Daisy. So if you have the original, I would say to just finish up that bottle and then maybe look into this one. I don't think that you need both. This one is just so beautiful. It's very classy, very nice for pretty much year round. So this is one of those fragrances that if you want a fragrance that you can wear all year long, this is definitely that. And I think that they did really, really good with this one. Moderate longevity. And I think that it's just gorgeous, bubbly strawberries and champagne with honey. So it does have honey in it, and I am kind of picking up on the honey right now. It's not a thick honey like Scandal or anything like that. It's more of a just thin, sweet honey, maybe a little bit of a drizzled honey, not a goop of honey, but really, really nice. All right, up next we have another Marc Jacobs fragrance, and this is Perfect Intense. This one has almond, is it almond milk or almond in it? But I love this fragrance. This just reminds me of the original Perfect, but without the rhubarb in it, so it doesn't have like that tartness that the original Perfect has. And instead it just has this beautiful almond note in it. It's nutty, it's like warm, it's sexy. I love it. This is another one that I would recommend trying it out before you buy it, because you might not like it. So I believe they have it at Sephora, so you can go and ask to sample it. I wouldn't really say that this is a safe blind buy, because I have seen it either being loved or people just don't really like it too much. But I find it to be very beautiful for fall and for winter. And you guys know that I love almonds, so anytime that a fragrance has almond and I can pick it up and it kind of like steals the show, I just love that. So I think that this is really nice, sexy, and I would only wear this one more towards the evening and nighttime. It's not really like a daytime type of scent for me, but it is gorgeous. I think the bottle is really, really cute and unique. And yeah, I've been loving this one a lot. Up next is Skylar Fall Cashmere. I have the travel size of this, and this is a cinnamon bomb. So this, you really have to like cinnamon fragrances, but it is really, really nice. I prefer this one from Skylar over another one that was released in 2021, and that is Replica's Autumn Vibes. So I also have a travel size of this one, and this one was just way too masculine for me. So I feel like the Skylar one is a little bit, has a tiny bit more sweetness to it and a little bit more like of a creaminess to it. So it actually, yeah, I can actually wear this one and I find it a little bit more appealing to me, even though I don't think I would own a full size of that one. But Autumn Vibes for me was just too much, too masculine. It is a scent that I would actually love in my home, maybe like a candle only in fall time, because this is literally fall vibes, autumn vibes. This is not something that I would want in my home in spring, summer, or winter time. It's very woody, very earthy, very like wet, mossy type of fragrance. So if you like that type of fragrance, you would love this one, but I won't be getting a full size in this one. But they did an amazing job at replicating an autumn vibes type of fragrance. So I will give it to them with that. It's just not something that I want on myself. Up next is one that I got the travel size of, and I wish I would have gotten the full size, but I'm not gonna get it until I go through the travel size. And this is YSL's Black Opium Extreme. This is gorgeous. The coffee in this one is much stronger than in the original. I feel like the original one, the coffee doesn't stick around as long and the florals just kind of take over for the fragrance. It's still beautiful, but I actually decluttered my original Black Opium. I gave it to my mother-in-law because I prefer Black Opium Nuit Blanche. So I have a really big bottle of that. So I figured I was better off with that one. And then once I go through this travel size, I'm gonna be getting the Extreme in my collection. Oh my God, yes. That coffee note is so strong and beautiful, and it blends in so nicely with the rest of the fragrance. And you still have that original Black Opium DNA. So you're still going to get those florals, but it's just the coffee is like 2 shots of espresso instead of 1. Yeah, it's really, really nice, and I love this one. And it also has that, I believe it's cacao in here, so it does give like that chocolate, not chocolate, more of like a powder cacao type of vibe along with the coffee. So this is a really, really good one for 2021. Next up is one that I am also not going to be getting a full size of this one. My mom actually liked this one. I was very surprised because I didn't think that she would be into this type of fragrance, but this is Elis Brooklyn B, and this one just gave me vibes of when you're sick and you make like a tea with honey, and this one's boozy. It has cinnamon in it. It's a comforting scent, but not one that I would want to go out with. So this one I would wear more like to stay in, but I would want it to be like really cold, and for this to just be like my cozy scent. There's something about it that I like, and then there's something about it that I don't know if I would want to smell like this. But the honey is very realistic. It's a very, very real smelling honey. Like if you have a honey comb right in front of your nose, along with cinnamon and like a boozy type of vibe. It is really nice. It's a very nicely done fragrance. It's just, I'm not sure about this one yet, but I will say that it is really, it's blended really nice, and I can appreciate just how nice and unique this fragrance is. But would I get a full size of this one? I don't think I will, but never say never. Maybe once I move from here and I maybe live somewhere that has cooler weather, I would definitely look into this one again. And then this last travel size, I have 2 more bottles, actually 3, and then we're done. So here we have Alien Mugler, and this is Goddess. And this one, I gave my review. You can check out the review if you'd like. I love the opening of this fragrance, and because of that, I saw it at a very good price, at a discounted price a few months ago. I haven't shown it in a haul yet, but I did purchase a full bottle of it because the opening is just so gorgeous. It has nothing to do with Alien. I don't think that this flows with the flankers of Alien. It could have been a separate scent, and it doesn't last as long as Alien does. But you guys know I'm not an Alien fan. This opening of this fragrance is beautiful. Like, I would keep on spraying this fragrance all day just to get that opening. It is like a coconut with lime type of fragrance. And then that vanilla starts coming through, and it gets a little bit like beachy to me, kind of like sand. Like, it makes me think of sand. It is a beautiful summer fragrance, and even though it disappointed a lot of people because it has nothing to do with Alien, I still think that it is a crowd pleaser, and I still think that it is beautiful. I actually like this one, and you're going to see this one talked about a little bit more on my channel. A lot of you guys commented on my review, and you let me know that you got compliments with it and that you loved it. So I feel like it is just an easy crowd pleaser fragrance, and if you find it at a good price, I would say definitely take advantage. And then speaking of like beachy or summer vibes, we have the beautiful Angel Ice Star. This bottle is beautiful. I am so happy that I have a star in my collection because I haven't had any luck with these bottles, but this one right here is gorgeous. You get a little bit, tiny bit of the DNA of the original Angel, but not enough to where if you don't like Angel, I would say to still give this one a try because it's not too strong. It's in there, but the pineapple and the coconut just make it so bright and beautiful. It's like a very realistic pineapple. It's juicy, and it's perfect for summertime, and it smelled really good. I actually wore this on a rainy day, so the humidity was insane, and I was like sniffing it a lot on myself. But this is just pretty much coconut pineapple with a tiny bit of that patchouli, but not super strong. So really nice one, and I just think the bottle is gorgeous. Up next, we have Giorgio Armani Terra di Gioia, and this one, as you can see, I have used quite a lot, and this fragrance is very interesting to me. When I first spray this fragrance on, it's not my all-time favorite fragrance. What I like about this one is hours later, for some reason, it gets very sweet on me, and it gives off this scent that I have never gotten with any other fragrance. So yeah, when I first spray it, the opening, it's a little nutty. I get the almond, it's a little, the jasmine is in there. What I love about this one is the sweetness that just comes out a few hours after wearing it. I don't think I've heard many people mention any sweetness in this one, so I don't know if it's just my skin or what my body is doing, but I absolutely love that, and I'm probably gonna be going through this bottle very soon. And then the last one is the one that I just reviewed on my channel, and this is by Kayali, and this is Eden Juicy Apple 01. Beautiful red bottle. I feel like the bottle is just stunning. I can't get over how beautiful this red is. I'm not even a red person like that, but says the one that has red on my nails right now, but it's because of the holidays. The red apple that I get with this fragrance is stunning, and I didn't watch reviews until I did my review. So then yesterday I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch a few reviews because I already have my thoughts on it. And I noticed that so many people are picking up on florals and on the berries, and it's crazy that to me it's pretty much like a slap to the face of apple. Like, I get smacked in the face with just this juicy red apple. And it's almost hard for me to pick up on other notes because of how strong that apple is. I get a tiny bit of something citrusy, but it's such a small amount. To me, this is straight up a juicy red apple. That's what I pick up on it. It's flirty, it's playful, it's juicy, fun, a young fragrance, but it's not childish or juvenile. I know that it has gotten compared to a lot of like Victoria's Secret sprays, but honestly, I feel like this one offers a little bit more than just a body mist. Like, it actually fills up the room when I spray it, and the day that I wore it on my clothes, it stayed on my clothes for a really long time. So the lasting power on it is not bad at all. And it doesn't remind me of Love Spell. That's another thing that I've been seeing so much. It does not, Love Spell to me, Love Spell, I'm just tired of that fragrance because I smelled it so much in high school. It was just like so much that I cannot do that fragrance. But this one is just brighter to me. And the one that I thought of when I sprayed this one, of course, was Country Apple from Bath and Body Works. And I saw that Rebecca Kayall posted that she already did like the combo with them, because I do have Country Apple lotion, but I haven't tried layering them yet, but I'm definitely going to be trying that. But yeah, I think that this is beautiful, and this is going to be one that I'm not going to be using right now because I feel like this is going to be my spring go-to scent. Like, this is just beautiful for spring, and I'm super excited that I already have it in my collection. So when we start talking about spring fragrances, you are going to see this one being talked about. Oh my god, I have one more, and I feel like this video has been so long. Hope you guys had something to drink, something to snack on, because this is pretty much just a roundup of 2021 releases. So I haven't shown this one in a haul yet, but here is Giorgio Armani C Intense, and this is the 2021 version, and this is a huge bottle. You guys know that I don't really buy big bottles like this, but I got this at Macy's thanks to Takara here on YouTube. She posted about it being 50% off on Macy's website, so I ordered it and picked it up at my nearest Macy's. So I got it for, I believe it was like $60. I don't remember, but it was a steal. Now this one, I need to play around more with this one. I just feel like I wanted this to be a little bit more, I wish it just had a little bit more like vanilla or some type of creaminess or smoothness to it. Just because when I look at the color of it, it makes me think of that. I just feel like this smells very, very similar to the original one. If anything, maybe more like woody. It's such a dry fragrance, so it does take getting used to. I don't get like any creaminess in here. I wish that they would come out with, I know that Fiori is pretty creamy, but I wish that they would bring out like a C, but with like a very creamy, almost like tonic type of base to it. I would be there for that. But I still need to get to know this one better. I just wanted to kind of mention it here because it was released in 2021. I just haven't worn this one yet. And I feel like it's just very similar to the original one. I need to smell them side by side. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but I don't know. What do you guys think about this one? Do you guys like this one? Do you prefer, like, I feel like I almost prefer the black bottle one to this one, but I'm gonna have to kind of do like side by side comparisons so that I can make up my mind. But that is it for the 2021 roundup. It has been a year with a lot of, I feel like I had a lot of releases, and all of a sudden I'm seeing a lot more new releases popping up. So that brings us to the end of this video, and that is the 2021 release roundup of the fragrances that I have in my collection. I know that there are a few more. I did haul Angel Nova, for example. I also hauled Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, which I never did a review on that one on my channel, but it was just too strong for where I am at the moment. So maybe in the future I'll give that one another try. But I want to hear from you guys. What are some 2021 releases that you really enjoyed and that they just blew you away? Let's go ahead and let's talk about that in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I am wishing you guys nothing but the best in the upcoming year. So I know that we still have a few days left for this year, but with the theme that we're talking about, just the year in general, yeah, we are just blessed to be here, and I wish everyone health and happiness, and sending you guys so much love. Thank you guys for all of the support that you guys give me, and that is going to be it for today's video. I will see you guys in my next one.